Hello, my dear students. In this session, let us continue with the shapes of bacteria. In a previous video, we learnt about cocci, which is nothing but spherical shaped bacteria. Whereas in this session, let us study about a rod shaped bacteria are called as bacilli. In microbiology, the rod shape means bacilli. Similar to the cocci, even the bacilli, you have single, which is called as bacilli, and if there are two, then it is called as diplobacilli, and if there are four, then they are called as streptobacilli. And here you have a special kind of shape which is called as cocobacilli or cocobacillus, which has the characteristics of coccus as well as bacillus. So it is called as cocobacillus, where it is neither rod nor oval or spherical. It's in the middle, so it is called as cocobacillus. Streptobacillus if it is in the form of chain, diplobacillus if it is in the pair, and single if it is single it is bacilli. In the pair, diplobacilli, and in the form of chain, streptobacilli. And if it is both having the characteristics of both rod and spherical, then it's called as cocobacilli. Along with this, you have palisade, and here you have the cell which is forming fence like structure where it is giving a support. So such form is called as palisade. So let us see examples for this. Bacilli, example, very common, Bacillus cereus. Bacillus cereus, Cereus, Bacillus cereus. And the next is diplobacilli. Example for this is Moraxella bovis. Streptobacilli. The example for this is Streptobacillus felis. Cocobacilli, example, Yersinia. Example is Yersinia. Palisade example, Corynebacteria. So let us rewind once again. The rod-shaped bacteria are called as bacilli in microbiology. There are different types. If it is single, then it is called as bacilli. Example, Bacillus cereus. You can see the single cell here. If it is in pair, then it is called as diplobacilli. Example is Moraxella bovis. And if it is in chain, it is called as Streptobacilli. Example is Streptobacillus felis. If it is neither rod neither spherical, it is called as Cocobacillus. Example, Yersinia pestis. Palisade, fence-like structure. Example, Corynebacteria. So in rod shape, totally there are 5 subdivision, whereas in cocci you had 6, but here you have 5 subdivision. So this was the subdivision of rod-shaped bacilli. So let us discuss some of the common characteristics of this rod shape. The first common characteristics what you can write is rod shaped. It is rod shaped. The second, you can see the peptidoglycan layer is present. Third, majority of them are motile, which can move from one place to the other, and few are non-motile, whereas they produce endospores. Endo means the spore inside the cell, so they produce endospore. They are metabolically active. They are metabolically active. Examples for bacilli is Bacillus cereus. Some of them are pathogen Bacillus anthracis, and they can withstand harsh climatic condition. So these are some of the common characteristics of rod-shaped bacilli, which is further divided into 5 groups, right? So along with this, we also have some of the important shapes. Example, spiral shaped bacteria. You can see it will be in the form of spiral, and in spiral shaped bacteria you have 2 categories: spirillum and spirochetes. Here the movement of the spiral shaped bacteria is in corkscrew movement, which means if you see the cork and screw opening, it will be like this. So it will have a movement of the shape of corkscrew movement. Some of the examples for this: Helicobacter pylori, Treponema pallidum. So spiral shaped bacteria, there are 2 different types, spirillum and spirochetes. They have corkscrew shaped movement. Example, Helicobacter pylori, Treponema pallidum. So along with this, let us see some of the characteristics of this Spiral shaped bacteria. The first characteristics is presence of flagella at both ends in some cases, and they lack peptidoglycan. Important point to remember. They are abundantly found in soil, water, animal bodies, human, especially gut. You can find this. They are pathogenic, can cause gastritis, peptic ulcers, etc. So these were some of the characteristics of spiral shaped bacteria. Along with this, you also have comma shaped bacteria. Comma shaped bacteria. Very easy to remember. It will be in the form of comma. In the form of comma shape. It is facultative and aerobe, which means it can produce or live in oxygen free environment, in the absence of oxygen as well. They are mostly aquatic in nature. They are found in ocean water, pond water, river, etc. They can withstand high salt content. They can withstand high salt content, and they are called recognized as salt tolerant. Usually they are gram negative bacteria. Example, Vibrio cholerae, which causes cholera. Example, Vibrio cholerae, which causes cholera. So these are the characteristics of comma shaped bacteria. So let us see some more shapes which are reported to have within the bacterial species. Star shape, which resembles like a star, and they are reported to be gram negative bacteria. Gram negative in nature. Example for this is Stella humosa. Stella humosa. STELLAHUMOSA. Stella humosa. Apart from this, you can also find rectangular shape or box shape. Example for this, Haloarcula. Haloarcula is one of the example. Along with this, you have filamentous shape or filamentous shape. Before filamentous, let us check appendage shape. Example for this is hypomicrobium. So along with cocci, bacilli, spiral shaped, comma shaped. We also have star shape, rectangular shape, appendage shape. Further, to add to this number, we also have filamentous type or shape bacteria, which are observed as thread-like structure under the microscope. These are long chain structures. They divide within this long chain. A new cell is formed. They start growing within this long chain structure, and the example is actinomycetes, which are reported to have highly significant value to produce antibiotics. Right? And they also have peptidoglycan layer. Peptidoglycan layer. Apart from this, there are other types as well. Lobed shape bacteria, where the bacteria is in the form of loop structure. They are usually found in environment of volcanic conditions. Example, sulfolobus bacteria, loop shaped structure. And also you have pleomorphic structure, pleomorphic shape, which means pleomorphic, the name itself indicates it keeps on changing the shape. If it is spherical, sometimes it will be rod, sometimes it will be spherical, based on the environmental conditions. Based on the environmental conditions. Example for this, we can give Mycoplasma pneumoniae. Mycoplasma pneumoniae are the example for this. You also have like fusiform bacteria as well, where one end is tapered and the middle is bulged. So you also have fusiform bacteria. Example for this, Fusobacterium. So these were some of the very commonly found species of bacteria with different shapes. You may get different types of questions on this. Classify bacteria based on the shapes. Then you need to start with cocci, bacilli, spiral, comma shaped, and along with this star shaped, rectangular shape, and filamentous appendage shape, loop shape, etc. If you write all this, you will get full marks. Or there might be a question, classify bacteria based on the shape cocci or bacilli. You can get different questions. So we have covered the different morphological characteristics of bacteria based on their shape. In our future videos, we will be covering the different components of bacteria, the cell wall, their structure and all. Until then, see you. Have a nice time ahead. Good luck.